The next vehicle we're gonna go over is a 2020 Can-Am, and I'm with the owner Buck right here. And this ride's a little bit different. It's not fully built for the dunes like the other two have been. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk with Buck here.
It's a 2020 XRC RR Turbo Can-Am.
All right, let's start off with the obvious thing. It's got a pretty awesome wrap on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and start talking with that.
Sure. The wrap is Barrett Hepburn self-design wrap. Me and him came up with it. And I had an idea of getting camo on it, but I still wanted some orange on it. So he was able, I was literally worked with him online while he was designing it. He could show me, and he was all camo. Then he went off with his magic pen and turned the back of it orange, which you may see when you walked around or when you did some of that. So he really worked with it. I knew I wanted the deer on the side, some guns on the side, being that I'm a hunter. And so he was able to implement those things onto the side and came up with just an awesome design. And he does that for anybody. Whatever you want to come up with, he'll put down on a wrap.
Okay.
It's fabulous, 25 mil thick. This is not cheap stuff. It's been all through the woods and hit with branches and everything you can possibly imagine. As somebody probably have seen, some of you have seen some of my videos where the name of it is a swamp donkey.
Gotcha.
But that's the reason for that, because it goes through everything.
Now, I'm sure I'll grab his information. I'll throw it in the description so everybody can reach out if they want to get something custom like you got.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So one thing we talked about in the beginning, let's recap that, is what do you use this for?
I use it for everything. Hill climbing. I come out here a few times a year on the sand dunes. We ride twisted UTVs. We do a lot of winter rides, so we're off on the trails with hundreds of side-by-sides out of the Leota area.
And when you say winter rides, you're talking full snow?
Full snow.
Okay.
January, February, March, and April. All the way through the whole winter we'll have rides. I think our April ride was 225 side-by-sides. March was 215, and the January ride was 205. And they get to be 5, 6, 8 mile long lines. Even though we break up, we end up joining back together.
Oh, that is cool. Have you ever done any kind of like overlanding where you do like an actual camp in the woods or
Absolutely,
stay?
absolutely.
Okay.
We've done some out of Harrison all the way up to Mackinac Bridge and stayed overnight. We all camped, 10 to 15 of us. Some will be in hammocks, some will be tents and such. But yeah, we'll get up in there and then take routes and stay on all seasonal roads or some of the trails. You have to hit a little bit of pavement up near Charlevoix and from between there and to the bridge. But yeah, all in all, that was a great 500-mile ride.
Oh wow, that is awesome.
Took us 3 days.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and just start from the front. We'll kind of talk about the modifications. Maybe also touch on if you're any upgrades that you're thinking of doing.
Sure.
This looks highly modified.
It's never over.
Yeah, it never is.
I guess start with the tire. They're Super ATV XT Warriors. They're 35s, but they're heavy tires. So by putting those on, I added a Ibex clutch, stage 3 clutch system on there to account for the weight on the wheels. I've got CA straps, front shock tower and gusset kit on here. I got that from the Dune store out front, that nice little mount instead of on your bumpers. Some mud buster flares that I just put on there to try to keep the doors somewhat clean. Obviously a Can-Am stock windshield, which fits the best on these. And as you can go around over on this side and see a little bit more of the light. Really important thing was adding these Brian Henn Racing doors and windows. You can see how tight the enclosure is and just seals right up, way better than the roll-up plastic ones. With these these beautiful handles that work on the outside and you can get on the inside. And that's how the doors pop on and off easy. The windows are 8 bolts to take off or screws to take these off for summer riding. Just beautiful tight fit on them, custom. Just the things they do now over there at Henn Racing are unbelievable. Took a flat roof, had to modify it a little bit to fit this windshield on here properly so it wouldn't sit on there and rust and crack it. Amazon roof rack, $180 instead of $500 for a Can-Am one. And therefore it was a little narrower, which misses the trees a lot better coming through the woods. Light bar was able to hang underneath it and still be protected so it's not out there and getting branches and other things.
It looks like it fits pretty darn nicely too.
It all came together quite nice, yeah. And you know, I'm able to add a shovel because this is more of an overlander everything buggy. So the shovel, I've got some tool kits in the ammo boxes on the backs. One's a tool kit, one's a tire kit. Back of the trailer I have a tow kit with a big strap and clevises and some other things. Infinite off-road whips. We have a 25-year warranty, which is basically lifetime. You break it, you call them, they send you a brand new set. No questions asked. And I do rock lights underneath as well, 12 volts, 412 watt not volts, 12 watt rock lights on each wheel well, and then I have 4 6 watts inside to light up the inside as well. Obviously the CA Tech straps on the back. They got some adrenaline, what are they? Adrenaline Cycle, I believe, out of Kentucky. Tree sliders, which work fantastic. I get up near a tree, and they're not only rock sliders down low, but I get up next to a tree and bump it, it pushes me right away, and I don't ever hit my rear tire on it. My LM UTV arms and plate, super awesome, super stout, no problems with it. I've got 1,800 miles on them, I suppose. Obviously an easy thing for hooking straps onto. Stock box, which is kind of important. I keep some good stuff in there. Toilet paper, saws, things.
How many miles in the trailer have you had this this on?
I've got it up to about 2,500 miles.
Okay.
A lot of jumping, a lot of sand hill climbing, a lot of things like that I like to do with it. Nothing. I got a Whelen 195 tune in it. And Whelan's tunes are to the wheels, not to just what the horsepower it's saying it is. His tunes are all to the wheels, so it's 195 to the wheels. And a D-Cat. I got a D-Cat. I cut the catalytic converter out of it, folded it back, welded it shut, and then an RPM straight pipe from there on, which makes it a little obnoxious sometimes. That's how it sounds sometimes, right? And then over here I keep some more brush stuff because we're out here all the time. A nice little sickle for saplings. I got an axe for firewood when we stop and camp. I have you can get around here and get it inside. I've got a Garmin GPS in there for GPS. I've got a Midland radio for communications with other side-by-siders, and a dual purpose fan that takes the heat in the wintertime and blows it in, and I can take and suck the heat out of here all summer long when I have this full closure on it. Which I was gonna
ask about how you handled heat in the winter.
The winter is great, but in the summer you'd think that it would be extremely warm, and it's not.
Okay.
We were riding on a trip that we just did up to the UP a couple of weeks ago. Big Twisted UTV crew that went up there, and it was 85 degrees. I think it even hit 90, and I had them on, and it was no problem at all as long as that's sucking all the air out. Any dust that comes in, it gets sucked out right away, which is another huge benefit.
Yeah, that makes it.
And yeah, that Ibex clutch, which is set up for them heavy tires, stage 3 on that with that Whelen tune. Just I'm out here riding around all day. I've never put it in 4-wheel drive.
Oh, nice.
So that's another nice thing.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, yeah, you got a nice little list here, and it's nice that you know, we're talking to somebody that uses it for something other than full-time tuning.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, hearing about
for everything.
You know, the rock tree sliders and you know, the different elements that you've put on to make it more durable during you know, more of the trail rides and longevity and winter and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for your time. Standard question: what's your favorite part about Silver Lake?
Oh, probably the people.